Let me start by saying drawing in pencil is great. I started learning to draw as an adult with pencil in 2018 when I stopped to sketch Notre Dame in Paris. Graphite is a great drawing material. There's incredible variety in the sorts of marks we can make with it and the sorts of effects we can create. So why wouldn't we want to learn to draw with pencil? Why are we asking the question in the first place? While learning to draw with pencil is great, I can't help but think that the reason we're asking the question in the first place is that we want to end up drawing in ink, because there's no question to ask if drawing in pencil is what I want to do. How do I get to that point? Is starting to draw with pencil a helpful way to begin at least? And I think in a nutshell, the answer is very easy. Start to learn the skill that you want to learn. Start to learn the skill that you want to become good at. And if that's drawing with ink, then why would you start drawing in pencil? If I were thinking, I want to learn to paint, I'm very unlikely to start painting with watercolor and then another day oils and then another day acrylics. I'm bound to choose one and then work at learning the skills in that type of paint, because the way we use these media, each varies and each requires different thinking, different processes, different techniques. Somehow it's more obvious when we think of paint than when we're talking about learning to draw and the best way to go about that. But the simple answer to the question is, what skill do I want to learn? What do I want to develop? What sort of artworks am I wanting to produce? From a learning point of view, we learn more by going deep in one area than going shallow in lots of areas. And if I draw or create artworks at the beginner stage in a wide range of different materials, then what I'm going to have experience in doing is going shallow in lots of areas. If I choose one, say drawing in ink, then over time I go deep in that area. And what I learn is I learn the skill of going deep. I learn the skill of developing and building and creating foundational knowledge and experience and then adding to that bit by bit. And navigating that process is a skill in itself, quite apart from the actual drawing skill that I'm perhaps more conscious of. But once I learn that going deep skill, now when I do try a new medium, I'm able to go deep in that new area more easily, more deeply, because of the experience I've built up by staying with one material at the beginner stage. So, if what you want to do in learning to draw is to learn to draw in ink, then start learning to draw in ink. Why start to learn and develop the particular skills and possibilities of pencil that not only will you not use in ink drawing, but may actually have developed bad habits for the sorts of drawings you want to create in ink? And for anyone who's been asking this question, let me challenge you with this point. Why would we even be asking the question? Because people really don't ever ask the question, I want to learn the piano, so should I start with the piano accordion? Because, well, it probably seems a bit like nonsense to even think that. So why do we do that with drawing? And the answer invariably is, well, it feels easier. And the reason it feels easier is simply because we can erase mistakes. And the fear of drawing with ink, which makes us feel reticent to learn to draw using ink, is because we can't erase it. And if I'm trying to choose what I should learn to draw in because I'm afraid of making mistakes, then the real issue is not what am I going to draw with. The real issue is my fear and where that comes from and why I have it. And in my life experience, and well, I'm hopefully old enough to have picked up a little bit here and there, is that fear is never a good reason to do anything. Fear is never a good motivating factor. Better is to firstly identify my fear, work out, do I have it or not, and work out, if I can, where does it come from, and then, as a totally separate issue, work out how I want to address the issue that I was asking to begin with. In this case, should I start with pencil or with pen when I learn to draw? As I said, I started drawing in pencil as an adult in 2018 because, well, I had pencils in my backpack, I had a sketchbook, and I had Notre Dame in front of me in Paris. And I drew more pencil street location sketches that trip. And when I came home, I began to draw from my photos of Paris streets because I wasn't yet ready to let go of that experience. But I realized that although I was doing more and more drawings, and ironically, if someone else looked at them, they would have thought my drawings were becoming better and better, that I felt my, if you like, drawing skill, my drawing ability, certainly my drawing experience, was going backwards. Because as my ability to draw improved, my need for what I was doing to keep looking better began to take control of the drawing process, and I began to erase more and more marks for less and less reason until I felt that half my drawing was spent in reverse gear rather than forwards gear, that I was drawing 3 lines and erasing 1.5 of them. And the tension began to build, and I think my drawings began to suffer in lots of ways. And I certainly wasn't developing a wonderful, free, gestural way of thinking and of making my marks on the paper that I wanted to be able to create, that I saw were clearly fueling a lot of the drawings that I looked at, that were really inspiring me to want to learn to draw. I felt while mine might have been looking more perfect in an accurate sort of way, they had less and less life and vitality in them. So I switched to ink drawing because every mark I put on the paper was still going to be there at the end, and I would have to learn to draw in a way that accommodated this. Now, it wasn't simply because I wanted to attack my perfectionism, because I was becoming more and more aware of ink drawings of the sorts of subjects and style that I aspired to. And I began to be really attracted to the strong contrast, the visual drama, if you like, of the black on white that ink can provide. But I had always felt I'm never going to be able to do that because I'm never going to be able to cope with not making mistakes. But in the end, I decided to make the switch and to push through whatever I had to push through. And it wasn't just the fear, because there were different techniques in drawing with ink than with pencil. So I had to change all my thinking about drawing, about what the drawing process was, about how I felt about it, about what I expected to be on the paper at the end of it. I had to learn a lot of new techniques of putting marks on the paper, but I really had to learn new ways of thinking. And in terms of mistakes, I had to learn that they're not really as important, if they're noticeable at all, by the end of the drawing as they are when we first make them. That a drawing is not a series of perfect lines that are laid down one after the other to create perfect shapes that are a perfect copy on the paper from our reference, whether it's a photo or it's in front of us or whether it's in our imagination. That creating a drawing, at least for me, is about building up a series of marks on the paper that at the end combine to create a certain effect, a certain visual reality. And that all these marks that when I first put them on the paper, I think, that's not quite right, that angle's not quite right, that's too far this way or that way. I discover that at the end of my drawing process for that particular drawing, those marks are either thoroughly disguised or completely hidden. And if there is any impact, it's very minimal and you really have to look hard to see it. That there are other things that draw the eye, other things that people looking at the drawing are going to go to more easily, more quickly. And that in itself helps to disguise things that at the time I was unhappy at where the ink landed. And if I can just add, one of the advantages, I think, of watching the videos on my real-time no voiceover playlist is that you get to see me draw in real time And so you're not just seeing what I do and when I do it, but you're also seeing when I don't do anything. You see when I clearly put a line in the wrong place, and because it's not sped up, you can probably see, you have time to see, that's not ideal. You get to see that I'm now doing nothing while I'm thinking, that's not ideal. And then you get to see whether in some way I can make a correction, I can somehow mitigate any impact that line might have, or that I leave it at that point because in my mind I'm thinking somewhere down the track I can add some value here. But right at this point, I'm not doing that. So I just need to live with that for a little bit. And then in 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, I'll be able to disguise it when I do these other things. Instead of needing to erase my mistakes, in fact, I embrace them as part of the drawing process. And if you like, part of the challenge of any drawing. I also discover that dealing with mistakes when we draw directly in ink is one of the skills that can be learned and that we do learn. If someone's asking, is it okay to start learning to draw with pencil, in my mind, that does seem to infer that's not where I want to end up being able to draw. Now, of course, if I want to say do cartoon work, then drawing pencil outlines that I then ink over is a very common and I would say a very effective technique for that genre. So if that's what I want to end up doing, creating inked cartoon work, then learning to draw with pencil is probably going to be a good way of doing that. But I need to learn to draw with pencil that is designed to be inked over, and then to learn how to ink over it as the skill that I'm learning, because that sort of pencil drawing is not the same as generalized pencil drawing, where the total effect is going to be on pencil. So if that's where you want to end up, then that's where you need to start, I would think, for the same reasons for what we've talked about earlier. Start by learning whatever you need to learn to create the skill of the sorts of drawings that you want to be able to draw. G'day, I'm Stephen Travers. Look, I hope this is helpful. While at this stage in my drawing life and experience, the answer seems obvious. I know that it wasn't as obvious to me when I started. But in the end, whatever you're drawing and however your drawings work out, make sure you have fun. I'll see you next time. Bye.